This week in Doctor Who, the Doctor commits war crimes in the 60th, Rory becomes a deadly assassin, the Street of the Daleks, and the Stig is here. This and more in Madman with a Box.
Welcome back to Madman with a Box, the Doctor Who comedy podcast slash show slash whatever this is. But yeah, so we got a experiment. Social experiment. First off, I'm happy to be joined here by good friends of mine, Oz Chris.
Hello.
And I'm reluctantly okay with having Professor Pixel.
I've got the keys, boys. I've got the keys. Be nice.
I can just destroy this channel with one button.
No, okay, maybe not one button.
A couple clicks of a button.
A few clicks. Yeah.
No one got my reference? 6? No?
Okay.
Just 6.
I don't think so.
6 words.
Stop it.
6.
Oh, yeah. Christmas Invasion, yeah.
Yeah. So, what we start with the show is we're going to start with This Week in Who! Woo-hoo!
Speech.
Did you guys see the 60th anniversary is coming up? That there was like some leaks of David Tennant being pictured in his costume filming for it.
Yes. Or was he?
I think he was. Yes. Look at him. Oh, it's so nice seeing David Tennant in costume.
Yeah. It's a bit weird. He's almost... He's kind of dressed like 10, but he kind of has like a almost...
It's an updated suit.
It's an update, maybe? Yeah. It looks a bit fake.
The hair looks a bit fake, but with a little more looking around, you can see down here somebody reveals that probably just false short because it looks dark.
I forget he's filming Good Omens season 2.
Yeah. Plus, you could obviously tell it's fake because they went to the detail of making sure that his actual suit is the one that he predominantly wears during his tenure as the 10th Doctor. But then they made the coat the same color, which it's not.
Yeah. That was the biggest...
You know how much of an upset it was when I was scrolling through? I was like, no fucking way. And then
as soon as I saw the coat, I'm like, yeah, that's fake.
Oh, and look, it's this guy. The guy who posted it says that he's the one who edited it. I'm not saying go hate on at Shay _ 0505, but a strongly worded letter might be coming that way.
We don't condone bullying, but it worked for the Sonic film, so...
I can't believe like a whole fucking fan community actually bullied a whole fucking studio into changing it.
It worked out for the better.
Oh my god!
We're getting 2 more films after the second one, so
and a
they're renewed for 2 more.
So.
They're renewed for 2.
3 and a Knuckles film.
Oh, I don't want a Knuckles film.
Idris Elba.
I mean, I love Idris Elba, but a Knuckles film's a stretch, dude.
It's Idris Elba.
Then again, I'm prejudiced to spin-off shows. I hate spin-off shows and TV shows or movies or fucking comic book. I don't care. I just want to see the main thing. But, I mean, Torchwood did good, so.
Yeah, I can't agree with that there. At least you're only prejudiced against spin-offs and not Idris Elba because that would end our channel even sooner.
Dude, I want Idris Elba to be the next Doctor. What do you mean I'm prejudiced to him?
No. I said
that was in our first fucking video.
At least you're not. That's what this is.
For anyone that saw that photo, it is very clearly fake. We don't know who's coming back for the 60th. Tennant is the most likely because it's Tennant.
Tennant would literally just be like, "What is a new Doctor Who thing? Yeah, fuck it, sign me up."
He would just walk on set. They wouldn't even ask him. He'd just walk on set, and they would include him somehow. Next
topic we got is some really cool news. RTD came out and said some hints about what his new run of Doctor Who is gonna be like, kind of like storytelling wise. What he said was, there are things coming up that are brand new ways of telling the stories that that have never been done before. So it just feels new. I wouldn't go back if it wasn't feeling new. So there goes those Tennant rumors.
Yeah, that's very clearly.
Unless new to him is bringing a past Doctor back, regenerating back into an older Doctor. That's new. We've never seen that.
Yeah, I guess so.
He continues, but that's the thing about Doctor Who. Every episode is new. Every single episode. I'm sitting here now, 10 pages away from the climax, thinking, "Oh, climax thinking." Sorry. God, I've never written in this territory before. This is strange and new. So it's always new. It's a self-renewing show, which makes me think it's not going to be heavily influenced by gay culture, because he's done that in 3 different shows before. So if this is new territory for writing, I don't think he's going to go heavy into that, which I don't like either way. I mean, so I think that puts it off the board if people are thinking it's going to be heavily influenced with gay culture or something like that. I
just want to say that Jimmy, when reading RTD scripts, also is 10 pages away from a climax.
I love that man. I will figure out a way to marry him.
We've got a lot in store for this next series. We have little to nothing, so I'm kind of excited.
Here's what they should do. Their marketing has sucked for the past 10 years for Doctor Who. What I think they should be doing is kind of like the Amazon Prime Lord of the Rings marketing. They're putting out sneak peeks here and there leading up to it, like every 2 weeks. There's something that comes out every 2 weeks, but it's nothing huge. The teaser trailer was only a minute long. They could do something like that, but then right before, like a month or 2 before, drop the full trailer, which is going to be 2 to 3 minutes long, and that has an actual, tells you what's actually going to happen in the show and what kind of the plot is.
Yeah. While they're at it, bring back TARDISodes. Remember those? The little prequel mini episodes before they would release, I think, online. That had something to do with the episode, but it didn't feature the Doctor or the companions. It's just one of the characters or a character. Do that. They were nice.
Those in forever.
They honestly I just think they don't care about how they market their show.
Well, it's better than the BBC, who just leaks everything and just spoils everything.
I hate BBC.
Look, guys, the Mondasian Cybermen are back for the finale.
Hold on. Think about it. This actually isn't being brought out by the BBC anymore. Now, this is Bad Wolf.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So this could be different. This could actually have some good marketing. Yes. Did you guys see? Okay, there's this is a leak.
Another leak.
This is a true leak. Nothing fake about it. Did you guys see the new Doctor Who leak?
Yes, I did.
I think it's
kind of. It's brave. It's a brave logo design. It's braver than McCoy's era logo design, I will say.
Very, very progressive.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just wondering about the color. I don't know how I'm going to do without the TARDIS blue, but I suppose
you don't like orange.
Should show it. Orange is actually my favorite color. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I think the show also needs a funky kind of new intro, like a
drum.
Yeah, something like that.
They need to swap the TARDIS out for a taxi.
Oh no,
I mean, it's all
Doctor,
fake anyways.
I'm
It's
stuck.
all fake anyways.
Yeah, I mean, nothing about this is fake. What are you doing, Step Doctor?
Oh, Step Doc, please.
Not my doctor lends a helping hand.
Not my doctor.
He does lend a helping hand quite a bit.
Cybermen penetrate TARDIS.
Maybe we can get that Norwegian singer porn star to take a cameo.
Yeah, you know, and it always goes back to the BBC. So,
yep, yes, it does. Yes, it does. So for this, we saw the adult side. Now they're doing some kid stuff. I don't know if you guys saw this. Sesame Street. This is actually real. This is so fucking weird.
I know.
They were like,
Such
"Oh,
a-
we got
such
some
a
new
weird crossover.
We got these new robots. Elmo loves robots."
Means Elmo loves you.
I just can't get over the two eyes.
Yeah,
The two eyes right there. Where's
the two-eyed Daleks. Yeah.
I almost need to go into this episode to find out what the hell I'm looking at.
Like,
Why
yeah,
do you have?
What's the context?
The context is bop beep boop.
Is that character that Elmo got into a fight with, like Rocco? Maybe this is the end result.
Rocco.
He's like, I'm gonna need help to sort this bitch out.
And for all these assholes out there saying they hated the superior Daleks or whatever, no, the
Dalek paradigm.
Paradigm Daleks, they used them in this. Elmo approves of the Paradigm Daleks.
Yes. That reminds me. There's also another scene from that episode that got leaked. I want to go ahead and show it. Behold, Dr. Elmo, the resurrection of the Master Dalek race.
First, we have our first episode title for the next series, Sesame Street of the Daleks.
I'm just happy we got a confirmation of the 14th Doctor. Now we know who it is.
It's Elmo. Yeah,
That's not Chris Pratt.
I know exactly. I'm kind of angry right now.
Next time,
Move on.
Brings up Chris Pratt. I am leaving. So next we got the Radio Times came out with like the top people in the TV industry, and our boy Big Dick Davies got number one. Number one, Big Dick, baby. It's a Sin. Have you guys seen It's a Sin?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
It's on
haven't
HBO
seen
Max. Bloody brilliant. Brilliant. And it was cool. I didn't know it was Russell T Davies. And then
okay.
one episode, I was like, oh, I was like busy or something. And I was like, I missed the skip intro thing. And it said written by Russell T Davies. And I was like, oh, that fucking explains everything. Like that just explains it. Like,
it's gay, Russell.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense that he would do well on HBO Max, as they love showing Dick now. So Big Dick Davies, it's their son.
Also, cool thing. I think the HBO Max really likes the Doctor Who showrunners. Well, at least the first two, because Stephen Moffat has a show coming out, The Time Traveler's Wife.
Oh, that's HBO.
Yeah, it's HBO Max coming out here soon, and
Okay.
I can't wait for it because that's all River Song. River Song was based off Time Traveler's Wife, and he loved the book, and he was like, I always want to do it. And HBO was like, fuck, let's do it. And I can't wait because the person they got to play the wife, I fell in love with her on Game of Thrones. You guys ever watch Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, Jon Snow's wildling wife, girlfriend.
Rose,
his real life wife.
Is that his real life wife?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they're together.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Oh my God. So yeah. That's really congrats to Russell T Davies. Really happy for him. And next we got one final thing about news. Doctor Who is having a Lego Doctor Who video game. And you know who they put
Allegedly.
together?
Just to save ourselves, allegedly.
Something I saw it in the news today actually that I think it was true.
I've also seen opposite that it's not true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's up in the air. So allegedly, I mean, I'd be down for it. So because the closest we've got is Lego Dimension, and that's it.
I mean, they have a whole Doctor Who adventure in that game because that's what the game's based off of, little adventures within, starring the main characters. But they had the Doctor in there. And at the time, of course, it was the 12th Doctor. But my favorite feature was that if you got killed as the Doctor, you came back as another Doctor. It was really cool because you would go from 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go straight through it. It was awesome.
If I went through that game and I went through the whole cast list of every Doctor, as soon as I got to 6, I would have fuck, you just kill me now. Jump off a cliff. I came back. I wonder who I am.
I'm now Radagast.
Lego games are a lot of fun, and I think it absolutely could be a really good time.
Oh yeah.
That's all I have to say on it, really. I mean, it's like please. Let's just go ahead.
On other news,
No, me too.
Pixel,
Yes.
I started watching Trial of Time Lord. It's okay. It's not the best, like you were saying it was.
Did you finish it?
Is this the first lot of stories?
Yeah, I'm only
probably that's why.
3 episodes in.
I did not say that everything in it is perfect. It becomes the best. You're gonna have to finish
But
it.
there should be episode 1 should always be a banger to catch people's attention. Always.
I mean, it started with that banger music, and then you had him on stand on trial right there.
I wasn't a huge fan of that like gliding through the obviously miniature spaceship. They're just like Star Wars did, like what, 10 years before that. So
I mean, it's different.
when did Travel Time Lord come out? Because Star Wars came out in 77.
86.
So 9 years. But
Well,
either way, it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm going to finish it because I'm kind of intrigued by it. I kind of like it. It's not like the best thing in the world, but I kind of like it. I always judge it differently than like New Who. So just so you know, I'm not judging it like, oh, it's not as good as like Vincent and the Doctor or season 5. No. Yeah, like I'm totally judging it based off classic episodes that I've seen. And so far, I kind of like City of Death better.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yes, this week's main topic is the Big Finish audio adventure Lone Centurion. Arthur Darvill's Rory character comes back in this tale of what he does for 2,000 years, waiting for Amy.
Man's committed.
And I'm telling you, man, I finished this yesterday. I like it more than the Ninth Doctor Adventures. And
I like probably the second half onwards. The first story is the weakest. Gladiator. It really takes a lot to get it started. But then once the second story, Unwilling Assassin, onwards, that's where it gets better.
Well, the first one, it was intriguing. At the beginning, I was like, okay, the music was not the best. The intro was not the best.
The music was so weirdly out of place.
Yes, and then the sound effects felt like I was in Skyrim. The opening and closing of doors just sounded like they just copied that. But then, once I was further into it, I just enjoyed the hell out of it. I found myself doing this to the music, the theme song. I just found myself doing this.
Yeah. I don't like how the theme the theme of Lone Centurion, it cuts out as it's revving up, you know, the do 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 do, and then it cuts out because then when you hear the full version at the end of every story, it's like, why'd you cut it out? It was getting better. And I know they wanted a short one because it's just the theme, but like you cut it out at like the best when it gets to the best parts of the theme.
Yep.
Yeah. I was actually a little with the first. I was a little confused because I actually did by the end of the episode. I found it absolutely charming, and I was sold and ready for the next one. And it was actually where it kind of fell apart for me was the last episode. I don't know. I did not enjoy Irorius, Caesar Rory. Yeah,
Holy Roman Emperor Rory.
The thing is, he didn't like it either, so it makes it okay.
That was the story behind it, though. Like, a guy who didn't want to be in power, which I found kind of cool because I don't remember where I heard this, or it was just a wise man in the story. I can't remember who, though. It's that said, people who desire power should not get it. The people who don't want it are best fit for it. So that's what I was like, okay, Rory's in this situation. Let's see how he handles it. And then it goes talking about, he even caught himself going, Jesus, I became Greek. I didn't even ask you your name. Like to Anna in his temple of Amelia. It was really cool. It was a character like, okay,
Bring
you give
me
Rory
up.
the power. What's he gonna deal with it? How's he gonna deal with it? And I think he was great with it. I think he did his best. And at the end, he goes, not for me. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. This guy that you obviously want to use as a puppet ruler, go ahead. I'm a peace out.
And then, this relates back to, because after I got done listening to this, I put on Big Bang and Pandora Opens. And then that eventually led to me just rewatching all of Series 6. But but I watched it. And then Rory, when he's, not Impossible Planet, the Impossible Astronaut. When he's sitting there trying to listen for Amy and through the thing that they put in their hand.
Oh yeah, that's in the second part, Day of the Movie.
Okay,
yeah.
it's it now. He's listening to her talk, and then the doctor comes up to him talking about the fall of Rome and how it burned to the ground, and Rory looks at him and goes, "Yeah, I know. I was there." It was awesome because then once I listened to that after hearing the Lone Centurion, I was like, yes, they did it. They made it work. Oh, it was great. It was great. I love this. I love this. I want to listen to more of different characters, not just the Doctor.
Yeah. What I love about this is that even in the situation, Rory is still Rory. He is bumbling, trying to survive because he has his mission, look after Amy, look after the Pandorica, but he's being thrown into situations where he's deviating from his mission and he's just trying his best to survive so he can get back to looking after Amy. It's it's like the saying failing, succeeding through failure, or failing and still succeeding.
Failing
upwards. Rory's like that, but bumbling upwards.
Yes, because it's funny. Before you said that, I have a friend who anything he does, he just fails upwards. I don't get it. He quits every job after like 2 weeks, and then that leads him to like a better job. Like I just don't get it. Like I'm with the company for
Rory
2 years.
Is like, hey, I'm a gladiator. Now I'm Caesar's bodyguard. Now I'm a assassin for the new Caesar. Now I'm Caesar. Now I'm a god. Now I'm heading out.
But episode 2 is definitely the best.
Yes. Yeah, I'd say the second one is definitely the better one. Just him being like, I'm now an assassin, but not. Have to fake everything.
Leave town, please. Is anybody leaving town?
Here's some money.
And then when at the end with Augusta, spoiler alert, skip ahead if you don't want to hear it. With Augusta, when she's eating the figs, and he goes, "These are the new figs. They just arrived. No one's poisoned them." And then he goes,
"I see what happened.
They got this from the market of the guy, but I told them to throw them. Oh, I see what he did. Totally.
Yeah, he kept them. Just resell them." That guy was in present. If that guy was in present day, he would be reselling toilet paper.
You know what's great is with that episode, I kept thinking, if they make him kill, I'm gonna be upset because the Doctor would not like that.
And it wouldn't really fit Rory.
Yeah,
even if it was like his last choice, he'll do it to something like a Dalek because it's a Dalek. Yeah. And it was going to kill Amy, young Amy, and the Doctor. So yeah, he can get away with that. But like him willingly killing someone, it doesn't fit into Rory's character.
And I'm happy they didn't, because if the Doctor ever found out, he wouldn't be a companion anymore, not even a little bit. And that means we would have saw the last of Amy and Rory before season 3. Well, sorry, season 7.
To be fair, he does live for 2,000 years, and he's having to fake his own death with things. So he might get in situations where he accidentally kills somebody, or he has to, and it will make sense. It's not like the Doctor has the cleanest of hands that you can say, "Oh, you lived for 2,000 years and you spilled a little blood. Oh no, I'm done with you." Now that you say it, to be fair, Rory is
accidentally instrumental in killing both Caesars.
Yes.
But
It's not his fault.
it wasn't
but
his fault.
That's true. It's not his fault, but he was their means of trying to prevent their own deaths, and he inadvertently caused them because
He can't get poisoned.
He can't get poisoned. Which is a nice little touch. They touch on that he is essentially immortal unless fire exists in front of him.
Yeah. Fire will melt him. But here's the question, because they talk about how he doesn't need to eat in the third episode, but he was eating before. So what happens with the food that he ate in the previous?
I mean, he probably can eat. It's just he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's also like the moment when he was thinking about Amy's legs. Are all of his bodily functions all auton or not?
Hey, he's gonna be lonely for like 2,000 years. He's got to do something.
Yeah, do something.
It's gonna build up.
This is the longest November ever.
Yeah,
man, we have to go through a full month of November.
Man's been living for the past 2,000 years an eternal no nut November.
Now, when the doctor said it'll drive you mad, he wasn't talking about just being alive for 2,000 years. He was talking about being alive for 2,000 years and not nutting once.
But now man's committed. He's like, no.
No, here's the thing. Do you think Amy would like be pissed off of him being in one relationship just to like maybe at the 1,000-year mark, you know, like having just the biggest release ever? And do you think she'd be upset because he's like, you were alive for 2,000 years and you did what? You're telling me you couldn't wait 2,000 years?
You're gonna wait for 1,000 years more, Rory? Really?
Maybe. Although to be fair, this is the same person who suggested making out with the doctor on her wedding day or after her wedding day. And Rory's like, "Hey,
yeah, that's
like,
true.
It's my wedding. Our wedding."
Like, you made out with the doctor. Yeah, I didn't sleep with him. Not for a lack of trying.
Yeah, that was a little sketch. But no, I mean, he had a very attractive slave girl at his beck and call that he treated fairly, and there was nothing there. She
sounded beautiful.
He says that she's beautiful, so we're going off of that.
Yeah. But she's probably been alive for a couple hundred years, so a lot of things seem beautiful to him at that point. Anything walking really seems beautiful.
Perception. Walk.
No, because he got hit on in that first episode. Do you care for the theater? Oh well, I saw a show once, but not really my thing.
Oblivious Rory.
Poor Rory. But it is a good box set. I do have to say, and I
found it like top, one of the top I've listened to, just because it's so different and really good, like just fucking amazing.
Yeah, especially with like non-doctor, non-master, it's pretty good.
It doesn't beat War Doctor Begins, not even a little bit, but it's for me it's up there. Like War Doctor Begins is like a 9.9, 10, even at some highs, but Lone Centurion's probably like a 9 for me. Like that was good.
Well, I missed Aliens, honestly. When you're listening to Doctor Who and there's one and you don't hear anything mentioned, like not even a name drop, it doesn't. It's like something's left unsatisfied. But the next box set actually gives me hope because it's him with the ninth. Yeah, Camelot.
Think about it. Sometimes humans are worse monsters than Daleks.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, depending on the story, yeah.
Depending on the story.
Augusta kind of proves that.
Yeah.
So, is 9 your official ranking, Jimmy?
I'll give it a 9. Yeah, that was... it. Because at first, I was like, the beginning, it was just like, it didn't do it for me. But as soon as by the end of episode 1, I'm like, oh, it's fucking good. And it just went to the next one. And then the next one was like, oh my God, that was amazing. And then episode 3, I'm like, second, it's not the better than episode 2, but it's damn close. Episode 3 is still second best for me. It's fantastic. The characters in it just are enjoyable. Every one of them stands out. I love it. Yeah. I'm gonna get the next one. I'll just hope.
Yeah. Well, yeah. My rating, almost likewise. I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. I was really surprised how much I enjoyed it. I agree. The first story, it's not the best. It really is hard to like get through. But by the end of it, and the second one, that's where it's raring to go. Third one, yeah, not as good as the second one, but close second. I already bought the second volume, the Camelot, so I'm eager to get into that whenever.
Oh my god!
Me too.
Wait, it's named Camelot. It's gonna have to deal with Merlin and stuff.
King Arthur,
Merlin, Lancelot. Yeah, there's a fucking robot dragon on the cover. Because remember, this is alternate timeline where only Earth exists. So. Maybe
because in the second episode they say, stars are going out, and he goes, I mean, not that there are any stars. Mine, it's just an expression, but stars.
Yeah. And then in the third one, he ponders like, why does no one remember me being the ruler or a woman being the ruler? Yes. Is it alternate timeline, or are they just so embarrassed by that they erased it from history?
So I mean, the Egyptians did with Hot Ship Suit. She was a female pharaoh who dressed up as a man, and then the next pharaoh, when he found out, was like, erase her from history, and they like
get her out of here.
Yeah, he literally had everyone scrape out all her statues and storybook. It's funny. It's a good story.
So
check it out.
That leads to me giving my rating, and I'm actually I'm not going to go to a 0.5. I'm actually going to go 8. I was very excited for this. Very excited. I think the ending is kind of... Well, up until the ending. The actual leaving of Rome, I liked. But that entire episode with him as Caesar, I laughed because it was a ridiculous thought. And that's the vibe they were going for. But it got tiresome for me. I do
repeatedly going back to the every 5 minutes. He was, I got to go back to this temple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eventually, I was
got
like
that too.
I said the whole Caesar's here, and he's like, just don't do that. It really did get tiring.
And because he was tired, I got tired. So I'm going to go with a solid 8. It's really good. There's a lot of good things in here, but sometimes it can get annoying. Like in that first episode at the beginning with him as a gladiator, you're kind of a little bit lost, but it does have those solid moments in there. And I'm hoping with the next one, they have more of the same, but probably with something more to the actual story elements. Make it feel a little bigger for the 2,000 years that we're joining him for this journey on. So,
yeah. So I'm going to revise, now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably an 8.5. It's not a 9. It's probably an 8.5. Yeah, either way, that's the show, everyone. Thank you for...
Well,
there's one more?
Well, we have one more thing to end our show on. Don't forget.
Yes, a certain someone's birthday that led into a spin-off.
Yes. It is one of the best Doctors of all time's birthdays. Christopher Eccleston F-Timer recording. This is his birthday. We love you. You are my second favorite Doctor. So, man. Season 1 sometimes rivals Series 5 for me as the best season of all time. Series 1 is just... There's literally, I think, only 2 episodes in that whole thing that I don't like. Even then, maybe just 1.
Well, my favorite thing is that this is the Doctor dances, essentially.
Yeah. Saturday Night Fever.
This is the spinoff that's going to be coming soon.
Yeah.
I hear Jekyll Maxon could have a cameo.
Jekyll Maxon? Wow. Is he somebody that went... Does he go from white to black instead?
Another Time Lord.
Oh.
Oh man. So either way, I'm just really happy. It's his birthday. Here's to many more, and possibly a return to Doctor Who, if ever. I just want to see him one more time, just one more time. But I'll settle for the 9th Doctor adventures. So that being said, we'll see you next week, and have a good one. We'll see you later.
Boy.